Good morning and welcome to my Cloffice. I hope that you are well today. This week we've been talking about the armor of God, and this morning I want to focus on verse 12 in Ephesians 6, and it says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." Our war is not against physical things around us. It is against the evil forces that come from the heavenly realms. And this is such a real thing that we have to really understand, because there is a sinister plot of the enemy to take you out, to derail you, to trap you, to destroy you, to stop you from fulfilling your destiny. It starts with the enemy just starting to plant little questions like, did God really say that? Just like he said to Eve in the garden. Did God really say that? Then start things of doubt in your heart that will dismantle your faith. Your shield of faith is going to be knocked out of your hand if you start believing and listening to those lies that come from the enemy, that question the truth of God and who he is. Faith is hearing the word of the Lord, recognizing that it's him, and obeying it. And so when we start to not listen to the Lord's words and to start listening to the enemy's words and to start to wonder if maybe that's true, our shield of faith gets knocked out of our hand. And then when the enemy steals your shield of faith, look out, because that's when trouble really starts, because then he's after your peace. He's challenging your truth. What is really truth? Are you sure that's truth? Then that leaves your breastplate of righteousness wide open for every kind of temptation, so that he can steal your righteousness and make you feel like you're not worth it anyway and you don't want to live as a hypocrite. So then the wrong direction, Jericho Road, is where you're headed. Well, my friends, it is not over. Although you might have struggled in certain battles, it is the power of Jesus Christ that wins the war and has won the war. So I want to encourage you, whatever season you're in, that to pick up the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, because there you will recognize the voice of the Lord. There you will regain your shield of faith. And as you start going, you will come to your peace, and you'll tie that back on your feet so that you can run the race that God has set before you, and you can pick up the pieces that you have missed along the way as you head towards Jerusalem. You're on the Jerusalem road, headed towards the things that the Lord has for you to do so that you can complete your destiny. But it starts with the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. My friends, you need to have the full armor of God, the full armor and God's armor on you every day, the belt of truth, the shield of faith, every part of it, because God has great things for you to fulfill. And if you are not filling yourself with him, then you're going to be swayed by the lies of the enemy, because he's just looking for an opportunity. So on this day, I encourage you, put on the full armor of God and go forward in all that he has purposed you to do. Have an amazing day fulfilling your destiny. God bless.